Altoona Junior High is home to the Mountain Lions and now 2 TikTok stars. Jill Helsel and Jill Lane are phys ed teachers there. When everyone returned to in-person classes during the pandemic, students sent them a challenge to get creative on the popular social media outlet.
It was a challenge from them. So if you get challenged from one of your students or a whole class of students, you have to do it.
We went into our equipment room, we used some of our phys ed equipment and just did a TikTok, and it just kind of caught on.
Actually, it caught on a lot more than they ever imagined. Now, their TikTok account has 194,000 followers and over 8 million total likes.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what the secret formula is. I know some of the kids are like, how do you get that many followers? How do you have more followers than me? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know.
Social media was not around when I was younger. So it's just unreal to me how people across the globe, across the country can reach out to you just on social media that you didn't plan on, you didn't think about.
The younger generation isn't the only ones showing its appreciation for TikTok's favorite gym teachers.
For the Trailblazers or the Hornets and them to be commenting in Dick's Sporting Goods, we just laugh about it.
The chemistry between Helsel and Lane began way before TikTok was ever invented. And it was all because of the sport of basketball. And that's what makes these TikToks all that much better.
When I was a basketball player here at Altoona, she was my assistant coach. But, we've really come full circle because not only are we coworkers, but then when I coached at Altoona, she was my assistant.
They have been at Altoona for decades. Now they're making an impact with students in school and online.
I mean, we're 2 gym teachers who come in every day, do our jobs, try to impact the students.
Social media, especially at the middle school level, really is a negative thing. And for it to be positive, that's special. So for us to be able to do it and have the kids enjoy it and like it, as long as that happens, you know what, we'll do it.
In Altoona, I'm Zach Gershman for the Center County Report.
He was told he'll never play college basketball. He was told he's too slow and too small. He has been told no and was cut from his middle and high school basketball team. Ishan Jaggiassi has spent his entire life proving people wrong, and his journey to Penn State is a story of inspiration and inspiring others along the way.
Being Indian, you're obviously a minority in a sport like basketball, so you get stereotyped and stuff like that. But also not being the most athletic guy, the most tall guy, the strongest dude, I knew I could play.
All Jaggiassi looked for was an opportunity to prove that. So he left his hometown of Wilmington, Delaware, to play basketball at Huntington Prep in West Virginia. And what better place to end up playing college basketball at than your dream school?
So basically I was trying to find a school to play at, and there was a connection between the new coaching staff here and then my coaching staff at Huntington Prep. They let me know that there was a spot open and I could come here and contribute and help change the program around.
He's one of the dopest dudes I've ever been around in my life, man. His whole swag is different.
I'm fine with whatever my role ends up being. My only role is to help the team win.
And Jaggiassi also knows a thing or two about winning on a national level. In 2014, Jaggiassi won the U.S. National Championship at the Pokemon Trading Games Senior Division. He was just barely a teenager, yet was ranked 16th best Pokemon player in the world.
Well, it was definitely a confidence booster for me. A lot of people don't get the opportunity to win things until later in life. So being 14 years old and being able to win a national championship, it really showed me if you work hard, you can get whatever that you're working towards.
He's a Pokemon champion that is our best recruiter. I'm thrilled that he's here. He's an awesome kid, and I don't know much about Pokemon. Coach Mike Green talks about it all the time.
Card probability, that's something that I've naturally been good at since a young age. I was really good at poker when I was growing up. Was really good at math.
He brings something unique to the table.
Wait, more unique than Pokemon? Now Jaggiassi has grown a large following of over 300,000 people on TikTok where he inspires others. He considers his followers as family.
You know, just hearing kids saying that, you know, you're the reason why I decided not to give up. You're the reason why I decided to keep fighting even when, you know, the odds look stacked against me. It's super inspirational and super motivating for me to, you know, want to keep going.
Jagiasi's success on the court was not an overnight sensation, and neither was his Pokemon or his TikTok fame. But when all of the cards were dealt, Jagiasi found his way home to Happy Valley. Reporting for In the Game, I'm Zach Gershman.
To be amongst swimmers and athletes from around the world is the most important thing in my life.
Jeffrey Kuven dove right into the Maccabi pool with one goal: bring home the gold. Jeffrey Kuven last swam in the Maccabi in 1985. 37 years later, he's back on the podium.
I got a silver in 1985, now I have a gold. It's really sweet. And that same feeling of burn, of excitement, of just awe just came right back. 37 years later.
Kuven won gold in the male 55 to 59 finals. As part of his training, he practiced every other day before work.
I swim about 5,000 yards. Each practice I have a great team, and then I go to work, and then I do it again the next day. So, you know, you got to mix the competitiveness and the athletics with your profession, and that's the trick.
All of the training paid off in the form of a gold medal. Over 3 decades later, his family was able to take it in with him.
I wanted to relive it some 37 years later with my kids, with my wife, with my whole family, who's right up there. It's an unbelievable experience now as a mid-career professional to come back and do this.
And doing so in the land of milk and honey made it that much sweeter.
To be here at the national home of Israel swimming is fantastic. Really is. Inspirational.
In Netanya, Zach Gershman, Maccabi Media.
As soon as you stepped on Penn State's campus, you felt like family.
Johnny Parker joined the Penn State women's volleyball family in 2018.
And Coach Rose and Katie and Dennis at the time, they all said, we're here to make sure you have an experience that you want. And they were able to give that to me.
While some players would wear headbands, knee pads, or other accessories, Parker wore hearing aids. When she was 4 years old, it was discovered that she had some hearing loss. But during her time in Happy Valley, the coaching staff and her teammates were always accepting.
And we kind of grew together in those situations to where I needed to be in those experiences in order to know how to navigate those. So I always ensured I stood next to the coach that I needed to talk to, or I went and got really close to them to make sure I understood and was on the same page. And as far as teammates, you develop that connection.
Nittany Nation also showed its support for Parker. Penn State started the annual silent set match, where all fans are encouraged to stay silent until the 9th point.
And it was, well, let's do this. Let's try this. And it blew up. It was that moment to where the fans and the people that were at the event that night, you hear people say, I got goosebumps when it was quiet. And then on that 9th point, when people were finally able to cheer how they normally do, you get goosebumps because it's that realization of, wow.
This weekend, Katie Schumacher-Cawley's Nittany Lions will host Wisconsin in the silent set match. And there will be a special guest in Rec Hall, but this time as a fan.
Those people are very close to me and I hold near in a special place in my heart. So seeing the coaches, my teammates, the community, again, the boosters, the families that I grew close with, just I used to see those on a daily basis. And of course, being back in Rec Hall, seeing Penn State was another side of it. So I'm excited to see that.
For Go PSU Sports, I'm Zach Gershman.